सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अस्माकम् अद्यतनविषयः अस्ति पञ्चविंशतितमे इति अभ्यासः 25 पृष्ठक्रमाङ्कः 50 एकनिमिषः अस्तु। पञ्चविंशति 25 अस्तु। क शब्दानि I think today we will go a little quicker than normal. केतुजी क शब्दानि कृपया पठतु।
सखी, मित्र, शाटिका, साड़ी, तारस्वरेण उच्च स्वर से।
एक निमिष। So Sakhi, Shatika, Taraswarena. I was just telling Sundarji before that in the preparation to this session, only in the Sanya, Dhatu, Kriya, Shabdani, these first 8 lines, there are about 35 sutras that will. These are the notes from all the sutras that just are relevant for these 8 words. So when we go into Vyakarana, just to say that each word is perfect. There is some rule which says how each word should decline in a certain way. Panini Maharishi has written all of this to so much detail, and it does make sense in most places, but different authors have chosen to find different ways to convey the same message. But each single word, every single word has some rule, some sutra backing it. We will just see the important sutras in the sense the ones that we often see in Bhashya Tika, Upanishad mantras, Gita shlokas, things like that. Those kinds of sutras, wherever relevant, we will just see those kinds of words, whatever sutras are relevant. But my entire page is filled with sutras because of this. And this abhyasa, I guess, is special because it doesn't happen every time. Yes. Any question?
Can you share the page, Akashji, or the photo later on WhatsApp if that's possible?
Yes, sure. But good luck reading my handwriting. But it is all here. And also my handwriting, to start with, is not great. Secondly, it is in a small page and it is numbers and letters. But I will send a picture to you.
So it is Alpakshara and Asandikta.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so Ka, Pratama Shabda, Sakhi. For this also there is a Shabda, there is a Sutra. Sheshe 147, Sheshe Dhyasakhi, Sheshodhyasakhi. This is 1.4.7. Why this Sutra is important is this is also, Sakhi Shabda is also Ikaranta, like many other Shabdas. So for example, they have asked to see Shabda Sankhya number 3. Right in the beginning itself they have given. The difference is, it is an Ikaranta Pullinga Shabda. Hari is also Ikaranta Pullinga. Ravi is also Ikaranta Pullinga. But Sakhi will be different. Because of this Ka. This the Ka Akshara, Sakhi, that makes up Sakhi, that will make a difference in how it declines. Hari and Ravi will decline like Hari Harayo, Harayaha, Harihi Hari Harayaha, Harim Hari Harin, etc. Sakhi will be Sakha, Sakhayo, Sakhayaha. It will not be Sakhi, Sakhayo, Sakhayaha or Sakhi, Sakhi, Sakhayaha. It is not going to follow even though it is an Ikaranta Pullinga. So this is a special. And why it is special? Because of 147 Sutra, Sheshodhya Sakhi. Sakhi Shabda of course comes like in, I wonder if it comes in Bhagavad Gita, but like that in Srimad Bhagavatam, that 9 types of bhakti, Sakhyam is one of the 9 types. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Pavasena. In that Sakhyam is one. So there is a Vedantic concept in in Sakhi. But generally the word uses mitra. Jaise in Nirvana Shatakam, na mitro, na bandhur, gurur, naiva shishya. That mitra, this is often used. But when Sakhi is used, the Bahuvachana will be different. It will not be like Ariya.
So is it different from Sakha?
Sakha, yes. So for example, Sakha is also used, but the original word is Sakhi. Sakha will be used in like some, for example, in colloquial language, it may be used, Sakha. But we have to see in any shloka or mantra when it comes, it generally will come as Sakhi, like Sakhya. Here we will see the Sakhya.
Twameva Matacha, that is also there, right?
Twameva Matacha, Pita Twameva,
Sakha Twameva.
Sakha Twameva. Sakha Twameva, correct.
Yeah.
So Sakha is the, Sakha is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachana. I got confused. Sakhi Shabda, Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachana is Sakha. Sorry, not Sakha Shabda. I have been thinking, this is why, this Ikaranta Pullinga, Ravihi Ravi Ravayaha. So we are conditioned to think that if it is an Ikaranta Pullinga, it will be Sakhihi. But it is not. It is Sakha. Correct, exactly. So Sakha is the Shabda. Prathama Ekavachana is Sakha.
And
sorry,
then for ladies, in Hindi we use Sakhi with a Dirgha E. So that kind of transformation can be done here? Like with the
yes,
Sakhi
but that will go like Nadi, That will not go as the Sakha. Because it will be a Strilinga. Like Sadi, right? They have given Shatika Sadi. So Sakhi will be the same. Sadi is Strilinga. Ikaranta Strilinga. Okay. So Sakhi, Shatika, Taraswarena. Uchcha swar se Taraswarena bolte hain. But Uchchaihi, they have given in Ga, that Prathama Avyaya Shabda Uchchaihi, that is also accepted in different contexts. We don't need any sutras for this. Kha is brew dhatu. Aaj ek hi dhatu hai, only one dhatu play. Brew dhatu, bolna. Vad dhatu is also bolna. But generally Vad, we were discussing this maybe earlier, Vad is generally used in terms of a conversational setting. Like Bravimi, Bhagavan will say in Gita, like or Satyam Bruyat in that sense. Athava, Vada is said in Lot Lakara Prayoga. So there will be some specific rules that we may see in this shloka. Like Satyam Vada. I will not say Satyam Bruhi. Bruhi is more used as like a, in that lot it is more an informal, but Bravini is more like what we see in writing rather than Vadami.
Nishitam Bruhi Tanme.
Correct. Nishitam Bruhi Tanme. And that
Brahmate Bravani.
Yes, Brahmate Bravani, not Brahmate Vadami or something else. Brahmate Bravani, that is the rupa used by Gargya.
Nayaka mama sainyasya sangyartham kan
Bravinite, exactly. Bravinite. Nayaka mama sainyasya.
We should have given Bravo.
Yes. So this is the Bru Dhatu is more like a, you can say Vedic, but it is not only in late Lakara. It is also, of course, in Lat and Lot and Lang and everything. But that would be the difference. Generally, Bru Dhatu is more commonly used. So here, I think this Abhyasas, we are making a transition from just pure conversational to a little more formal sense. Because the last few Abhyasas also we have been doing this. Like Sankhya has started, and then Rahu Ketu, all those things were coming before. Instead of Krida and Khada and Vada, which we were seeing before, it's more conversational. Now we are getting to a little more formal sense. Astu. Ga Shabdani. Kejalji, Bhavani Abhudha Katake. Kha is done. Uchchaihi. Ga is Uchchaihi, Upar Ucha.
Uchchaihi, Upar, Ucha, ऊंचे स्वर से नीचे ही नीचे नीचा धीरे स्वर से
सत्य उच्च ही नीचे ही. So there is actually, there is something else? No, right?
Just two.
Yeah, just two. So one dhatu, two avyaya shabdas. But here the sutras start piling on. So in this abhyasa there are going to be pratyayas used. Like later there is one more pratyaya, parakiya. Swakiya, Tvadiya, Madiya. This is called cha pratyaya. Then there is Uchchaihi. This is also a pratyaya. But these words Uchchaihi, for example, in Bhagavad Gita, there is that shloka in 10th chapter, Uchchai Shravas. That when they are churning the mill, Uchchai is that flying horse comes. Uchchai Shravasam Ashwanam Viddimam Amritodbhavam. Then that Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam cha Naradipam, I think Bhagavan says, right, in 10th chapter. That first line, I think there is a mistake. Uchchaishravasam Ashwanam Viddimam Amritodbhavam, I think.
What would Uchchaishrava mean there? I was thinking it would mean somebody makes a lot of sound.
Correct.
Nice.
So, the Uchchaishravas is the horse, right? It is a flying horse. It is a uncha horse. It is a better horse than others. It is not necessarily a talking horse.
But that
Shravas, Uchchaishravas.
Maybe it might make a lot of sound.
But in the Purana, it doesn't come like that, right? It is just that it is a flying horse. It is not a talking horse or a sound-making horse, right? So it is a good observation. I don't know. Uchchaishravas, maybe because of the wings, it is making some noise of the flapping. I don't know why it is Uchchaishravas, but that is the name of the horse. Why is Uchchaishravas called Uchchaishravas? No idea. We have to see. But before we go to Uchchaishravas, there is an important dhatu in Bru. So Bru dhatu has in the first 4 lakaras, that is, they have given later, you will see a little later, page, this dhatu sankhya 28, Ashtavimshati. But 4 lakaras, it will have its own rupa. And 6 lakaras, it will take another dhatu's rupa. It has Vishita rupa only in the 4, Lat, Lot, Lang, and I guess Vidhiling. Vidhiling or Drim, we will have to see. But there are only 4 Vishesha in that sense. And there is a sutra for this. There is a sutra for why it comes only in 4, why it comes in Lot, why it comes in Lat, why not in Drit. Everything. There is some kind of sutra that is going to define all of this. But there is one important sutra that comes often in Bhashya and Tika that has come, I think, in the last 2 months, 3 times in our Vedanta class. 3.484, Bruvaha Panchanam Adita Aho Bruvaha. The Aha, you know, in Tika every time it comes Ityaha, Shanka Ityaha. This Aha Shabda, where it came from this sutra. It is Bru Dhatu. Bru Dhatu plus Lat Lakara plus the Tiptas Ji, which we will have to see later. But that little Kartarisha, because it is Bhadigana type of Dhatu, that Bru will become Aha. Even though Bru has been given in Swadigana Dhatus, Bru will be, because that Tiptas Ji, Kartarisha will work on Bhadigana, of course. So that Bru becomes Aha. That Samprasaranam will happen of Bra and it will just become Ah. So this Iti Aha, when Anandagiri Ji says twice every page, this is the dhatu. Dhruvaha Panchana Madita Aho Dhruvaha.
But that Samprasarana went like a bouncer.
Yes, why Bra has become Aha. So this is the, if you can see the screen, right, you can see the 3484, right? So for example, they have given here Bru plus Lat, that is okay, that will become, then you say Tip, because Tip plus Ji will work on Lat, and Kartari Shab because Bhadigana. So Bru plus Tip will become Ah plus Nal. Why it has come, you will have to see in detail. Any question here?
No question. But it is just that when the word completely changes, it's like you have to almost only, mug it up.
Yes.
There is no way in which you can correlate it in your mind.
Yes.
That makes it exceptionally hard.
Yes, it does. But the thing is, I think the shortcut for us as Vedanti students or whatever is that whatever these kinds of important words that come in Bhashya and Tika, because Vad and all rarely comes in Bhashya. Like Khad Dhatu, when does it come in Bhashya? Very rare. So we don't need to know if there is some sutra related to Khad that makes it Kadishyami. That is not something that we will often see. But we will see Aha. So if Aha comes, then this is the sutra. So little mugging up in the beginning is okay. But then in Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, when we go through Tiptas Ji, Kartari Shab, and then this other Adhikara Sutra they have given, Adi Prabhritibhyaha Shapaha. So all this, when we see each gana has one vikarana pratyaya, why that vikarana pratyaya will get one sign of samprasaranam? Why that samprasaranam will make brew into aha? Then it makes a little more sense.
So for starters, what does samprasaran mean?
So it will come today. So it is in the table below. They have given one table on page 50. There is samprasaranam.
I'm just thinking, but like we have Vedanta dictionaries, which gives a set of terms pertaining to Vedanta. If they had a Vyakarna dictionary of common terms and like this, then you can at least keep referring to some one place.
Yes.
Otherwise, we are creating our own, and I don't know. It is going to be very hard. I can just sense it like that. But who knows?
Yeah, it's probably the same sentiment that made Laghu Siddhanta Kaumadikara write that book, and Siddhanta Kaumadikara write that book, and whatever. Ashtadhyayi is hard. So we find same shortcuts.
Maybe Sumanjay ji can give his students a PhD project like this. That will benefit all of us once he takes up.
I work in quant finance, very different area, but maybe someday.
We can do something like this. I guess someday something like, for example, there is one book out of Dayananda Ashram which have done the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, every word grammatical analysis. Somebody has done this with Sutra, Vibhakti, whatever. But they were done only till the 6th chapter. So things like that, maybe somebody can take, like there was an idea in Kailas Ashram that somebody should do Viveka Chudamani like this. But nobody has any time to do 581 slokas and see which Vibhakti and Ekavachana and all that. But if we start, that might be a good place to begin. This aha shabda for now, they have given Sumanjay ji to that question that you had. Tada bru iti asya aha adesha. But how this aha adesha came, you have to go till the bru dhatu and see all the sutras, because 3484, bru has begun a little before itself. 3453 etc. was also based on bru dhatu. Bruvo vachihi is 2453. We are in 3484. So from there will be little places why that got this adesha, for example. I don't know which sutra that is, but we can find it. It won't be the most difficult thing. Aha has come from, have said Bruvaha Panchanam only has become given aha, aho Bruvaha. There is one rule that they give later in this, see even ahuhu. Ahuhu is also the same sutra. Ahuhu, ahatuhu. Parasmay pada pratyaha have become these. Nal, athus, thal, athus, all this. So bru becomes aha.
But this is an important sutra.
This is an important, yes. This is one of, if we are making a list of 50 or 100, etc., this will be in it.
This should be in that.
Which one?
There's 3484. Bruvaha, Panchanam, Adita, Aho, Bruvaha. 3484. There is one more sutra. Not for today, just to know. There is Ahasthaha. Maybe this will give an idea why Bru became Aha. So there's Atha. Okay, not this. Sorry. Okay, anyway, that is Bruvaha Panchanam Adita Aho Bruvaha. There are many Adhikara Sutras, but now is not the time to discuss them. When we come to Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, maybe if it comes we can see that. But there are tons of Adhikara Sutras for Bruv Dhatu, Bruva Eat, Bruvo Vachihi, Vido Latokaha, all these are some related sutras. Anyway, we will go forward. Uchchaihi Nichaihi. We have done. Gha, Sundarji. Kripaya Patatu Sundaram Itivari.
Sundaram, Sundar. Samichinam, Sundar, Acha. Shobhanam, Sundar. Madhuram, Meetha. Sheetalam, Thanda. Ushnam, Garna. Komalam, Komal. Tikshanam, Tej, Tikha. Swikiya, Apna.
Swakiya.
Swakiya, Apna. Parakiya, Paraya. Tvadiya, Tera. Madiya, Mera. Bhavadiya, Aapka. तदीयः उसका. श्वेतः सफेद स्वच्छ, हरितः हरा, नीलः नीला, पीतः पीला, रक्तः लाल, कृष्णः काला.
सत्यम्. अस्तु, धन्यवादः. So meanings are very simple. Sundaram, Samichinam, Ashobhanam. सर्वं शब्दार्थाः सुन्दरं सुन्दर अस्ति. मधुरं मीठा, शीतलं ठंडा कोल्ड, उष्णं हॉट, कोमलं कोमल, तीक्ष्णं तेज तीखा, whatever. This is all quite simple. Then we come to the Swakiya Parakiya. Swakiya Shabda means apna. Parakiya means paraya, for others. There's themselves and others. Apna, paraya. Tvadiya means tera. जैसे तवा.
These two words, Swakiya and Parakiya, came in Naishkal Misri.
Exactly.
You know, the different darshanas.
Correct.
Our matam, their matam.
Yes. Swakiya Parakiya Shabdas are common in Vedanta, especially in Tika Bhashya types of books, where you discuss Yoga Darshana, Nyaya Darshana, Shanika Vijnana Darshana, whatever. And you'll say Swakiya, Parakiya, even Tvadiya. They say, like when we say, when we do Naivedyam, to after puja, we say Twadiyam Vastu Govinda. Tubhyameva Samarpaya. Your own Vastu I am giving to you in darshan. Tvadiya. And then Madiya. Madiya, in Shivananda Lahari there is one shloka. Madiya Manasaha Saukhyopadesham Kuru. Madiya is also common in our granthas. Mine, Mera. Instead of saying Mama or Me, Madiyaha has a bit more kind of poetic way of saying. Bhavadiyaha. Bhavadiyaha came somewhere, I guess. In one of these tikas, somebody had written. Maybe Anandagiriji had explained. I don't know. Maybe Bhashikar had it. But Bhavadiya is also. So all these shabdas, Iya, Tadiya, Mavadiya, all these shabdas, they have something called Cha Pratyaya. How we have Sup Pratyaya, Ting Pratyaya. Sup Pratyaya becomes Visarga. Rama plus Sup Pratyaya, Ramaha. Bhu Dhatu plus Ting Pratyaya, Bhavati. So each has this Pratyaya will add something to the word to make a different meaning. In this context, this is called Cha Pratyaya. This also comes very often in our books. This is another sutra in the 50 or 100 if we make a list. This sutra, Cha Pratyaya, has many sutras, but the Vishesha Sutra is 712. Ayane ye ni ye yaha. Ha dha kha cha dha pratyayadinam. This is for Cha Pratyaya. What they say is that when this pa or dha or kha or cha or gha, when these five come, they will all become kramena, ayan, e, in, iya, iya. In this way. So Swakiya, this is the fourth one. Ayan, e, in, iya. That is Swakiya, Parakiya. That has become here. This is that Cha Pratyaya. Pa, dha, kha, cha. The cha has become iya. This is that sutra for Cha Pratyaya. So Swakiya, Parakiya, Madiya, Tvadiya.
So, sorry, just go back up again. So is it Kramena? Like for example, will Pa become I?
Satyam.
And Da become
yes.
In and so on and so forth.
Exactly. So Cha, when you say Cha Pratyaya, what does this become? Fourth one is E.
Cha, Iya.
That is the Swakiya, Parakiya. That is Satyam. Madiya, Bhavadiya.
So in one of the other word you would call it Ka Pratyaya rather than Cha Pratyaya.
Yes, another different kind of Pratyaya. Actually, this Cha Pratyaya itself has many other Adhikara Sutras kind of. Like the ones that give the actual meaning of Cha Pratyaya is far ahead. It is in the 3rd chapter and the 4th chapter. But this sutra specifically says if there is Cha Pratyaya, then the word will become Iya. That word will have that Iya form. So we are looking at this sutra, as opposed to, for example, there is one sutra here. There are many sutras: 5371, 1135, 1173, 42114, 42115, 1174. Everything is on Cha Pratyaya. 4292, everything. It is all on Cha. But those only talk about where it comes, what is this Pratyaya, where it will come after which word. What we are really interested is when we see Swakiya Shabda, how does it form in Bhashya and Tika. So this is the sutra, 712.
Thank you.
Then Shvetaha, Safed, Swacha, Haritaha, Neela, Pita, Rakta, Krishna. This is like that Tarka Sangraha Rupas, right? 7 rupas. Nila, Pita, Harita, Kapisha.
And also Vasanas in the other Adhika.
Right. The Vasanas that had come recently. Shweta, Harita, Krishna, like that Vidyut and that insect and all, they're all come. Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
So different colors.
Indragopa.
Indragopa insect. So these colors will they correspond to those things also. So Shweta is white, Harita, Hara, Neela, Pita, Pila, Rakta, Lal, Krishna, Kala. Green, blue, red, green, blue, yellow, red, black. White, green, blue, yellow, red, black. Kramena. Dark. Neela, there was one point here. Neela, this topic had come in, I forget which book, maybe Kathopanishad? Maybe that Neela Shabda meant, it means blue in Hindi, but in Sanskrit actually it meant black, like dark.
Yeah.
In Kata, right?
In Kata, somebody told. That Neela sometimes they consider as black. Neela is Neelaha as well. So
yes, exactly. So Neelaha in Sanskrit traditionally means dark. Yeah. It is not blue.
It is not blue.
But Krishnaha means dark, like it can be black also. So the Neelaha has become blue in common usage in that sense.
Common usage.
No, we don't often see Bhagavan Shri Krishna as black.
Yes, as blue color. I think that there has been some cross understanding between Krishna and Neelaha, because
Basically,
Neela has become blue.
Yeah, so his dhyana has that thing, right? Megha Shyamam Pita Kalse Vasam.
Yes.
So Megha is giving that blueness and darkness. So
Right. That is probably the reason to why his skin is
Krishna
blue.
comes in the Sankhya Karika, Ajamekam Lohita Shukla Krishna.
That is Shvetashvatara Upanishad, right? Ajametam Lohita Shukla Krishna.
In the Sankhya Karika, they use that.
I see. Okay. I have not read Sankhya Karika, but Shvetashvatara, this is a mantra.
Yes.
Ajameham Lohita Shukla Krishnam Bahvi Prajayam something. I forgot. But it comes in. In fact, you can quickly check that. This will just stay in the head. Ajamekam. Shvetashvatara. Chaturtha Adhyaya Panchama Mantra. Ajamekam Lohita Shukla Krishnam Bahvi Prajasrajamanam Sarupah Ajothyeko Jushamano Nushete Jahatenam Tadhogam Ajonyah. This is that same Krishna. अस्तु व्याकरण सखी ब्रू स्वादिगण गुण वृद्धि संप्रसारण सुलोप संधि एवरीथिंग इज गोना कम ओनली सखी शब्द के पूरे रूप स्मरण करो देखो शब्द संख्या 3 किधर है 3 प्रथम पृष्ठे
Page 1, 2, 3.
1 2 3
1, 2, 3.
ओके आदि शब्द सखी शब्द सुमंजय जी कृपया पठतु सखी शब्द किं भवति
सखा सखायौ सखायः सखायं सखायौ सखी सख्या सखीभ्यां सखीभिः सख्ये सखीभ्यां सखीभ्यः सख्युः सखीभ्यां सखीभ्यः सख्युः सख्योः सखीनां सख्यौ सख्योः सखीषु हे सखी हे सखायौ हे सखायः.
सत्यम धन्यवाद. So हे हरे for hari shabda and he sakhe for sakhi shabda, but not he hari, he sakhayau, he sakhayah. In this sense it will decline. This is all because of that 147 sutra dhyeya shesho dhyasakhi.
I think that's also hinted in this सूचना. सखी शब्द के तुल्य और कोई शब्द नहीं चलता है.
अच्छा यहाँ पे हाँ.
So I think that is indicating that something special is there.
Yes, exactly. So Suchna has said there is a specialty, absolutely. So same thing. देखो शब्द संख्या पंचविंशति. So we are seeing the 25. It is special. There is no other word. There is no other sanya shabda like sakhi. Very poetic. There's no one like a friend. Sakhi, sakha. अस्तु. नियम अच्छा ब्रू धातु के उभय पद के 10 लकारों के पूरे रूप स्मरण करो. उभय पद धातु है. देखो धातु संख्या 28. page number
161.
161. Astu. Bru dhatu. So first we will see one thing. Bru dhatu, lat, like we saw at the beginning, lat, lot, lang, vidhiling has Vishesha Rupa. Other 6 dhatus, other 6 lakaras, it will go like Vad dhatu. Vakshyate, vakshyate, vachyante. In the same way. Vach dhatu, sorry. Vach dhatu. Vakshyate, vakshyate, vachyante. In this way. They have not given this, but obviously it is clear to see. Vakshyati, vakshyataha, vaksyanti. Vakshyasi, vakshataha, vakshyatha. Vakshyami, vakshyava, vaksham. Vakshyami. Does this come in Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavan Sri Krishna says vakshyami, right?
Vakshyami te hitam.
Huh?
Vakshyami te hitam.
Where is that? Vakshyami te... Acha, ha. In the beginning, right? You are saying?
Yes.
Yes. But there is one more, this Pravakshyamyana Suyave.
Yeah, Pravakshami.
7th chapter, 2nd shloka, right? Jnanam teyam savijnanam idam vakshyami, vikshamya sheshataha. That one. Vakshyami tavahite. Which shloka is that, Sumanjayji? That you chant, that you say?
Shloka, I am also forgetting.
Second chapter.
Let me check. Tato vakshyami te hitam.
This is in the beginning, in the end. Tato vakshyami te hitam.
This is the 18th chapter.
Right at the end, Bhagavan is saying. Tato vakshyami te hitam. Satyam.
Sarva bhuya tamam bhuya.
Yes. So the vakshyami, when you search in Bhagavad Gita, there are 6 results. And that is the correct. Tato vakshyami. Ishtosi me dridamiti. Tato vakshyami te hitam. Satyam. In the end, right before that Saradharman parityaja, etc. So sarva guhya tamam bhuyaha srinume paramachaha ishtosi me dridamiti tato vakshyami te hitam. Satyam. So that vakshyami shabda in Drit lakara, future. Uttama purusha ekvachana of Bru dhatu.
I had a question. The question was, Parasmai pada, Atmane pada are given side by side. Lat lakara, we see Bravimi and Bruve. So it just came to my mind yesterday in the Patha for Siddhanta Bindu that the Granthakara has used Bodhaya Kurve Kamapik Prabandham. So is it like, because that it is very clear that he is doing it for somebody else, Shravanala Sanam. So is it that he sees already them as Atma Swarupa, that he is using Kurve, Atmane Padi? I was trying to make sense of it. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Madhusudana Saraswati could have thought of a shloka which would do Karomi.
Yes. I think it is obviously deliberate, right? He will deliberately use that pada to say that Shravanala Sanam, for all those, Siddhanta Bindu is a very useful book, because even in yesterday's Patha, in the notes also, I think Sundarji had written that for if you have from Sushupti Anubhava and Smriti itself, people get jnana. But for the others who don't, for those people, Siddhanta Bindu. So definitely it has been deliberately written, used, Atmanepada is deliberately used in that sense, I think. He could have done Karomi, he didn't. He used it for self also. Correct. Exactly. So yes, that must be the reason, and the same way it is declining. Braviti, so aham patami, lat lakara, parasmai pada. Braviti bruta bruvanti. Bravishi brutaha brutha. Bravimi bruvaha bruma. So this is like other dhatus also that we have seen. This Dirgatha in Madhyama Purusha and Va and Ma in Uttama Purusha, Hraswata. Those are all specific, they are common usages. But aha, ahatuhu, ahuhu. Atha, ahatuhu, brutha. Bravimi bruvaha bruma. What is the question?
So, Akashji, here, suppose Anandagiri Acharya is saying Ityata Aha. So we can say Bhagavat Padacharya
Satyam.
Ityata Aha.
Satyam.
And if he is using Adarartha, then we can say Bhagavat Padacharyaha Ityata Ahuhu.
Exactly. Ahuhu. With Adarartha. Exactly. Adarartha Bahuvachane. That we had seen, right, in the beginning itself. Adararte Bahuvachanam. I think there was some niyama. So with Adara, with respect, you give Bahuvachanam. But also it can be Iti Shanka. If there is some Purvapakshi doing Shanka, then also Anandagiriji may say Aha. Iti Shankati, he generally says something like Shanka only. But sometimes he may say Aha. He may on rare occasions. In that sense, same thing. Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. Bhagavad Padacharya is saying, or whatever Purvapakshi is saying, something. Somebody is saying.
So the Shankate Aha means the Purvapakshi is saying, right?
Iti Shankate means Purvapakshi, of course, because Shanka, doubt is coming. But Aha, if it comes without Shankate, if the Bhashya is explained, then or Ahu also. Correct. So that is in Lat Lakara. Lot, Lang, Vidhiling. Ketanji कृपया पठतु Lot, Lang, Vidhiling.
Bravitu, Brutam, Bruvantu, Bruhi, Brutam, Bruta, Bravani, Bravava, Bravama. Bravani
comes in something recently, right? It's Prate, that is Prate Bravimi Tanubedi. Bravani. Something recently came. Okay. Agre?
Lang Lakara, Abravit, Abrutam, Abruvan, Abravo, Abrutam,
Bravihi.
sorry, Abruvihi,
Abravihi,
Abrutam, Abruta, Abravam, Abruva, Abruma.
Satya.
Vidhilinga, Bruyat, Bruyatam, Bruyuhu, Bruyaha, Bruyatam, Bruyato, Bruyam, Bruyava, Bruyama.
धन्यवाद वही समीचीनमस्ति ब्रूयात् जैसे सत्यम ब्रूयात् प्रियम ब्रूयात् न ब्रूयात् सत्यम प्रियम दैट ब्रूयात् विधिलिङ्गकार एंड लटी अहं पठामि लट् लकार आत्मनेपद ब्रूते ब्रुवाते ब्रुवते ब्रूषे ब्रुवाते ब्रुध्वे ब्रुवे ब्रुवहे ब्रूमहे अस्तु लोट् लकारे सुमंजय जी कृपया पठतु Lot Lang Vidhi.
Lot Lakar for Atmanipati, Lot and Lang.
Satya.
Brutam, Bruvatam, Bruvatam, Brushva, Bruvatham, Brutham, Bravai, Bravavahai, Bravamahai. Lang Lakar, Abhrut, Abruvatam, Abruvata, Abruthaha, Abruvatham, Abrudvam, Abruvi, Abruvahi, Abrumahi.
Vidhiling. Bruvita, Vidhiling, Bruvita, Bruviyatam. Agre Bhavani Vasmanjiji. Vidhiling.
Bruvita, Bruviyatam, Bruvidan, Bruvithaha, Bruviyatham, Bruviham, Bruviya, Bruvivahi, Bruvimahi. Bruhi we see in this thing, Tanme, Bruhi Sunishchitam.
Exactly, and Bruhi Tanme, Shishyasteham, Shadhimam, Tvam Prapanna in second chapter, right? What is that shloka? Beginning. Karpanya dosha. Pahata Svabhava. Nichami Tvam, Dharma Samudachetaha.
Nishchayas.
Nishchitam Bruhi Tanme. Shishyasteham, Shadhimam, Tvam Prapanna. So that Bruhi. Or this Sadashiva Brahmendra had written Bruhi Mukundeti Rasane. That Bruhi Mukundeti. You tell Bruhi, that same thing, Bruhi. And then Vakshyati, Vakshyata, Vakshanti. This is all part of Vach Dhatu. So we don't have to see in super detail. But lit only we will see. Vakshati, Vakshata, Vakshanti. Vakshasi, Vakshata, Vakshata, Vakshyami, Vakshava, Vakshamaha. That is in Rit Lakara Parasmaipada. Atmanepada, Vakshate, Vakshate, Vakshante, Vakshase, Vakshate, Vakshadve, Vakshe, Vakshavahe, Vakshamahe. This is Lit Lakara, Atmanepada. And then Lut, Ashir, Ling, Ring, Lit, Lung, Okay, we can read. Sundarji कृपया पठतु lit or lung.
Uvacha, uchatuhu, uchuhu.
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 Bhagavan
Uvachita.
uvacha. This is that lit lakara.
Yeah.
Sri Bhagavan uvacha. Arjuna uvacha. Then
Okay, what did lit stand for? Just remind me again.
lit is similar to this lung in the sense it is bhutakal but not anadyatana. It is paroksha bhutakal. Where is this in this table?
Yeah, it is the sixth one.
Sixth one. Lit is paroksha bhutkal. Perfect past tense. So Ramaha Ravanam Amar. So perfect past tense in the sense it happened but we don't know when because we didn't sit and see that. It happened but it is paroksha.
Okay, are you sending this sheet?
Yes, I will share this somewhere. I think we should bring some kind of group in that Google chat or WhatsApp or something.
Sanskrit group, you know.
WhatsApp.
What? No, that.
Google chat. Yes.
Google chat.
Yes, we can bring that and I'll put all this stuff on that. This
Yeah.
is useful. Yes.
Okay, so then,
Okay.
because now that the first five are fairly clear, you know, when we talk about lung and
Yes, and
lit
the
and
meanings
all of
also.
that.
Which are the bhuta? If you say bhutakal, then it is lit and lung. They are
Lung
both
also.
bhutakal. But one is paroksha, one is samanya. So these things will make a difference.
yeah, there are
I'll
people-
share
You
this.
have to write a small little example with it, you know, sometimes.
Ah,
that makes it
this
clear.
is the example, right? Like these says there are one example each, but we will maybe need a little
Yeah,
more to.
no, but like Avit Mam, I have
Correct.
to convert that to English or something. I have to
Acha,
try to
that
understand
sense.
exactly what that Avit Mam
Okay.
means.
Samanya
like that.
bhutakal.
Someone
Avit mam.
straightforward.
That how you say in Kailash in the patas, after the pata ends you say Avit mam. Avatu mam before, Avit mam
Yeah,
after.
and Avit
That's it. Because it is bhutakal already, it is in the past. I said
Mam.
Avit mam.
Yeah,
That's it.
No,
Astu.
it makes sense, but
Ah.
it's not a natural thing to
Yes.
say. Okay.
Astu.
Okay,
Lungaka.
so Uvichita.
Avochat.
Okay,
Avochat.
so we are not completed it. That's
Acha,
all.
sorry. Yes, please continue. Uvacha, uchu, uchatu, uchu.
If you go to Uvachita, Uvakta, Uchatuhu, Ucha, Uvacha, Uvacha, Uchiva, Uchiva. Very good.
Astu.
Avochat, Avochatam, Avochan, Avochaha, Avochatam, Avochata, Avocham, Avochava, Avochama.
Correct. Avochan, avochava, avochama. And in Atmanepada, I will read lit lakara, uche, uchate, uchire. This uchire, this comes right often in bhashyas. Uchire comes like they had said in that sense. They had said it like in Bhutakal. In some bhashyas, this word comes uchire.
Swamiji introduced one sutra, which after 2 words I stopped.
Vachiswapi ajadi nam kiti.
No, it's
Huh.
Uchi, something, you know, it goes Uchi, something. I have it partly written down. I can, it's a fairly long sutra. It goes, I'll tell you the word when we meet. I'll try and locate it.
Vachiswapi ajadinam kiti. This is one common. This last month it has come 5 times, I think. In Pradhanata. This keeps coming. We will come to that, where that sutra works. We will come after we finish this lakara. Uche uchate uchire, uchishe uchate uchidhe, uche uchivahe uchimahe. And lung lakara, avochata, avochetam, avochanta, avochataha, avochetam, avochadham, avoche, avochavahi, avochamahi. And we can see lut, ashirling and lin. But even I would need the book for this, because these declinations will be a little complex. This will all be in page number Sankshipta Rupa is given in 144 page number. So for this Bru Dhatu or Athava Vach Dhatu, Vakta Vaktaro Vaktaraha. Lut Lakara we have to see. Sorry, page 143. All this is given. वक्ता वक्तारो वक्तारः वक्तासि वक्तास्तः वक्तास्थ वक्तास्मि वक्तास्वः वक्तास्मः. This is in Parasmaipada. And in Atmanepada, Vakta Vaktaro Vaktaraha, same. In Atmanepada, Prathama Purusha, both Parasmaipada and Atmanepada, they are the same in Lutlakara. But then, instead of Vaktasi, it will become Vaktase, because in Atmanepada, generally it ends in Ekara. Vaktase, Vaktasathe, Vaktadve, Vaktahe, Vaktasvahe, Vaktasahe. This is in Lutlakara. And then Ashirling, Uchyat, Uchyastam, Uchyasuhu, Uchyaha, Uchyastam, Uchyasta, Uchyasam, Uchyasva, Uchyasma in Parasmaipada. In Atmanepada, Vakshishta. This, is not straightforward. But there will be sutras for each of these, Vakshishta, Vakshisi, Vakshiyastam, Vakshiran. Vakshishtaha, Vakshiyastam, Vakshidvam, Vakshiya, Vakshivahi, Vakshimahi. And in Ring Lakara, Avakshyata, Avakshyat, Avakshyatam, Avakshyan, Parasmaipada. And Avaksyaha, Avaksyatam, Avakshata, Avaksham, Avakshava, Avakshama. This is Parasmaipada. Atmanepada, Avakshata, Avakshyatam, Avakshanta, Avakshataha, Avakshyatam, Avakshadvam, Avakshya, Avakshyavaha, Avakshevahi, Avakshevahi, Avakshemahi. Sorry, something else, right? Avakshavahi. Or Avakshyavahi. Satyam, sorry, you are correct. Yes, Avakshe, Avakshavahi, Avakshyamahi. Correct. So this is the Ring Lakara. Atmanepada, Uttara Purusha. This is one of the more complex dhatus because the bru has become vaksh and sometimes it becomes aha. So it has multiple rupas that it can twist and become something else. And this bru dhatu, vad dhatu, like how we have vach dhatu and vad dhatu, which is the more colloquial form of bru, both of their samprasaranam happens through the same sutra. And this is an important sutra also. This is Vachi Swapi Yajadinam Kiti. Why this is important? Because often Anandagiriji will say Anudya. Vrittam Anudya Kirtayati. In that sense. What is this Anudya? This is Samprasaranam of Vad Dhatu through 6115 Vachi Swapi Yajadinam Kiti. For now we can know what sutra it is, because if we go into the meaning, it will take till tomorrow.
Yeah, but okay, can you describe the word
Samprasaran? We are coming to that. So we have started this. Niyama 106. Bhavaneva Bhatatu Kripaya Sundarji. Dirgha Guna Vriddhi Samprasaran.
दीर्घ गुण वृद्धि संप्रसारण आदि के लिए यह विवरण पत्र ठीक स्मरण कर ले. ऊपर मूल स्वर दिए गए हैं, जिस करेक्ट आ ई ये है. उनके स्थान पर गुण वृद्धि आदि कहने पर ऊपर के मूल स्वर के नीचे गुण आदि के सामने जो स्वर आदि दिए गए हैं वे होंगे. आगे जहां भी गुण वृद्धि संप्रसारण आदि कहा जाए वहां इस सारिणी के अनुसार कार्य करे. रिक्त स्थानों पर वह कार्य नहीं होता.
ठीक है. तो ये विवरण पत्र देखेंगे हम अभी. Swara. So all the swaras are given in the beginning. A, I, U, R, A, I, O, Au. But not all are called guna. So there are guna. These swaras, some are guna and some are vriddhi. So this is what they are given. So for example, dirgha, akaha savarne dirgha sutra, A and A will become A. E and D will become E. U and O will become U. And R will become R. This is through that akaha savarne dirgha sutra we have already seen. So the dirgha forms of all this is this. A, I, O, Au. They don't have dirgha. Why? Because A, E and R form what is called guna. This A, I, O, Au will not have guna. Will not be guna. They are not called guna in Vyakarana.
Okay, so what are the gunas are? Okay,
this is through sutra number 112. The second sutra of Panini's Ashtadhyayi, Aden Gunaha. Aden Guna says A, O. Etesham Triyanam Gunaha iti sanya bhavati. This is Aden Gunaha. 112 says A, and O, they are called guna. Okay. So we'll come back to see this. For example, when you see guna here, and a you get a, e and e you get a, u and o you get o. These three are the gunas. A, o. That was given in 112 Adengana. In Vyakarana, when you say guna, it will not mean some quality, it means these three vowels. So dirgha we have seen, swara, this is the dirgha of each swara. This is the guna of each of these swaras. So when between a and a, among a and a is the guna. E and e, what is the guna? A plus e through ad gunaha sutra. A and e. If I say some example we can
That
give.
is
Devujod Ishaha. Devesha.
Satyam. Deva Isha Devesha. Rama Isha Ramesha. Ramesh. Rama Isha Ramesha. All this. Maha Isha Mahesha. All this. This is all Ad Gunaha Sutra. So Maha and E, they have joined to become A. So that guna has happened. This is that Ad Guna Sutra because A and O are Guna Shabda, Guna Swaras in Vyakara. But what about if it's Vriddhi? So you see R is given as Guna because A and R will become R. This also came in one of the sutras, I guess. Uran Raparaha Sutra, but we didn't see that here. Right? In one of the sutras that we saw here.
They do this, but they sometimes say we here.
Yes,
They
in
say
one of the
something
sutras that had come. In Akasavali Tirtha? No. In one of them it will come A plus R will become R. A plus Ri, that whatever, that swara, that will become R. And A plus R will become Al. But R does not have dirgha. R has dirgha. Rkara. R, there is no R, etc. There is only R. Al, that is all the swaras in Sanskrit.
so the al, a, o, and all that, they are not guna.
No. Only A and A as a guna. A and O are gunas.
Oh, okay, because they are in the guna row there. So that's
Yes.
why
So
one-
yes, you see in the guna row, R and all you leave aside because they are like special vowels. They are not commonly used vowels in that sense. But you see A, O are the only ones that come in guna. This guna, R and Al have come, but R and Al are not single aksharas. They are already double akshara. There is akara and il. Akara and il. So the specific guna shabdani are these three. A and O, and again A and O only will be given in guna. So when you say guna, it's these three.
How do we understand the word guna? Like character, it's not like character. What is guna?
There is a word in English, what they say it is called a full vowel. Guna
Full vowel.
is a full vowel because A is a full vowel on its own. A and E will become A, so that is the full vowel. Because after some jod ke, it has become that final bit is A, and A and U have become O through that sutra, Ad Guna.
So we should not take the word guna as like we normally understand
No,
guna.
no. In Vyakarana, guna means this. A, O are gunas in Vyakarana. Not quality or something. Nyaya guna is totally different. Vyakarana guna is different. Vedanta guna is probably also different. All gunas are different. And vriddhi. So now we come to this vriddhi, the fourth row. Vriddhi as in vriddhirechi, dirgha. So this, what we say, guna is a full vowel. Vriddhi in Sanskrit, I think they call it strengthened vowel. So I is strengthened. It is more than full. It is little more than full. So strengthened. I, au, ar, al, all this. And you see, a, I and au. These are vriddhi. Guna was a and o. Vriddhi radaich. The 1, that talks about this. The first ever sutra of 4,000 sutras Panini Maharishi wrote was on this vriddhi. A, I and O. Etesham trayanam vriddhihi iti sanya bhavati. I am reading from here. A, I, Au. Etesham trayanam vriddhihi iti sanya bhavati. Laghu Siddhanta Kaumadikara has said that Adaicha vriddhi sanyaha syat. So that requires some extra understanding, but this is clear. A, I, Au. Etesham trayanam vriddhihi iti sanya bhavati. So these three are sanya shabda. Vriddhi, not vriddhi, name is given. Vriddhi. Jaise 112 is for guna, Adeng guna. A and O are guna. This actually came in Prarambhika also, but we skipped past it because we didn't know what Adguna was, we didn't know what Vriddhi Rechi was, we didn't know Akasavarna, we didn't know any of these things. So we skipped past it, but we are seeing it now. Al. So R and Al are of course longer. A, I, Au. There is no A and O. There is no A and O or even A in Vriddhi. Those three are specifically gunas. Vriddhi specifically A, I and Au. And Ikara, small E is nowhere. It is a swara, that is all. E and U are just swaras. E and U, these are dirgha. And of course R, these are all dirgha. So swara, dirgha, guna, vriddhi. Within swaras, they are making classification within vowels.
So, like guna was A and O, we say vriddhi is A, I and Au,
Satyam.
and drop the others?
Yes. That is what, see, that is this point of Panini Maharishi's 111, Ashtadhyayi Sutra 111 is this. A, I and Au. These are vriddhi. Nothing else is vriddhi. Only these three are vriddhi. And the second sutra says A and O. These are guna. Nothing else is a guna. Only these three are gunas. Fifth row, Yan Sandhi. Yan Sandhi is
Eco
energy. So through eco energy, what happens? E become ya. We had seen that already. Iti ata. If you want to say ityata, we say iti ataha, ityataha, ityataha. So that ya has come. So E has become ya. U became va. This madhu. Exactly. Madhwari, madhwari, madhuari, etc. That U will become va. U plus a va. U is a va. And R became ar. Maharshihi. That became R, right? And this Il they had given something, some Tavalkaraha or something they had given, I guess. Tavalkaraha. That is the Yan Sandhi. Eco energy works on all four. E, V, E, Ir, Il, Yavar, Ala. With all.
They had given Dri plus Akriti equals
Lakriti. Satyam. So Dri plus A has become La. That is the Yan Sandhi here. Il has come and then A has joined her to become La. That is the Yan Sandhi. And then Ayadi Sandhi is given. Ayadi Sandhi is
Echo
Yavayavaha. Satyam. So Echo Yavayavaha does not work on A, I, U, R. There is nothing for Echo Yavayavaha here. It does not work. Where it works? A, I, O, Au. So when A comes, it will become I. I Adesha Bhavati. O Avadesha Bhavati, Au Avadesha Bhavati. So those four are for Ayadi. They have given those four also here. And finally they come to Samprasarana. So the easy way to understand Samprasarana, the sort of shortcut is it is opposite of Ayadi.
So why is it not classified as Sandhi? I mean, I have never heard of Samprasarana Sandhi.
It is not Samprasarana Sandhi. Samprasarana is a Karya. Samprasaranam happens to a dhatu, like how Vadadhatu gets Samprasaranam to become Anudya. It is not a Sandhi. That is an example, commonly used example in Bhashya, Tika and Vedanta is this. Vadadhatu will get Samprasaranam to Anudya. Like how in Tika often it comes. Having said that, in that sense, Samprasaranam. So you see, it is the opposite of this Yan Sandhi. E became E. For in eco energy, E became Ya. In Samprasanam, Ya becomes E.
It's reverse.
It's the absolute reverse. It is the opposite of this. Is the shortcut when we come to Samprasaranam. How do you understand Samprasaranam? Opposite of eco energy. So Anudya, for example, Va became U. Anudya. It will become Anidya because that is not the work of it.
Let go over that word again.
Which?
How did Anudya become Samprasarana?
So Vad Dhatu is there.
Vad Dhatu is there.
In eco energy, U became Va. Just you said Madhwari.
Correct.
But so this is opposite of eco energy. This is not the right way to explain it. Va becomes U. So Vad became U. Vad Dhatu became Anud. And then Ya became because it is Bhutkal. So Anudya. Having said that.
Because it is Bhutkal.
But that is not the important thing. The important thing is that Va became U. So here this is what they have said, right? Iv ko U ho jata hai. So that Vad became Anudya. This sutra, this action is given in this sutra that Vachiswapi Yajadinam Kiti. This sutra talks about Samprasaranam. Samprasaranam iti vartate. Kashikakara starts in that way. Shyang iti nivrittam. Samprasaranam, this whole sutra is for Samprasaranam. What does it say? Vachiswapayor Yajadinam cha Samprasaranam syat kiti. Okay. They have given examples, Sundarji. You see in Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi what they have said? Ijatuhu, Ijuhu, Iyajitha, Iyashtha, Ije, Yashta. This is all Yaj. Yaj Dhatu has become E. That is what we said, right? In Ikoyanachi, E becomes Ya. Samprasaranam is opposite. Ya becomes E. So Yaj became Ijatuhu, Ijuhu, Iyajitha in that sense. Samprasaranam, this is not the right way to explain Samprasaranam, very strictly speaking. Samprasaranam is a karma of its own in Vyakarana. It is not an opposite of something, but the way to understand Samprasaranam is that it is opposite of equality.
It's the best. Good way to understand it.
Yan Sandhika Ulta Karo, they themselves are given. Yan Sandhika Ulta Kari. So, correct. Astu. So we can maybe quickly see this page and then start. Niyama 107. Swadigana. I will read. Aham Patami. Swadibhyaha Shnuhu. Swadibhyaha Shnuhu 3.173. 3.1.73 is Swadibhyaha Shnuhu. Like how we had seen in that earlier thing. Adivadibhyaha Shan. Kartari Shap. Each this pratyaya they are saying for each gana. How we had Bhadigana, we had a pratyaya, that is Shap became a. Vivadigana, Shan became ya. In that way, Swadigana, Shnu will become no. What is the question?
What is this Sunoti? I mean, what does it mean?
What does Sunoti mean? It's a good question. I don't know.
Sorry, what is the question?
Sunoti.
Sunoti.
What does it say in they would have given, right? In the end. In Swadigana, Adadigana, Juhotyadigana, Divadigana, Swadigana. Swadigana, Sunoti, Snan karna, ya karana, ras nikalna. Sunoti. Sudhatu.
Oh,
Sudhatu, Snan karna, ya karana, ras nikalna. Sunoti is Vishishta because Swadigana dhatu. So this no, Shnu, they had said Swadibhyaha Shnuhu. Shnu pratyaya is there. Shnu pratyaya after different karya it will become no. So that no is added to the dhatu. Su plus no will become suno, and then you do lakara. Sunoti, sunotu, whatever. All those things are done. So suno in that sense, su adi will become swadi. Su dhatu it is. So su adi, swadi. जैसे भू आदि भ्वादि आद आदि आदि जुहोति जुहोत्यादि जुहोति आदि जुहोत्यादि. In that sense, su adi swadi. Swadigana dhatu says sunoti. Another example they have given aap dhatu apnoti shaknoti. Shaknoti is common in terms of capability to do something. Shaknoti haivayas sodum prakshari ravi mokshanat. So in that Shaknoti, and of course in Bhashya it comes often, Shaknoti is Swadigana dhatu, not Vadigana. So if you want to say how it declines Shak dhatu, how it declines Shakati, no. It has Shaknoti because it is like Sunoti. No pratyaya will come. Shaknoti.
But the Sha, it is not Su, because we said it is Su pratyaya, right?
No. It is Shnu pratyaya. Shnu.
Shnu.
SHNO. SHNU.
Yeah,
Shnu.
Shnu.
SHNU. I guess.
Yeah,
No, SHNU.
Shnu pratyaya.
Shnu pratyaya will become no. Like how we said Shap pratyaya becomes a for Bhadigana. Kartari Shap was that sutra. So that Shap became a in Bhadigana. So it became Hasati, Khadati, Kridati. But here it is not it is no. So it becomes Sunoti, Apnoti, Shaknoti. At no
So
is
wherever we see, because this no we see quite often in our Bhashya Tika, like
yes.
Shaknoti and
Shaknoti.
Apnoti and
Exactly.
all of that.
All
Apnoti.
Swadigana. Yes. So if one bhashya or tika somebody says saha shaknoti and now he wants to say in lang lakara, we will not say saha ashakat like how we will say abhavat or ahasat. We have to say ashaknot because no is here. So saha ashaknot will be in lang lakara. Is gana?
They call it Ashuddha.
Yes, correct. So that will be ashuddha.
Ashuddha.
So in dhatu, we have to see which gana, how it declines, and based on that, you see in that group, whatever dhatus are. They have given some complicated artha again. For me it was complicated, but maybe it is simple when we read out. So आदिगण की धातुओं की विशेषता ये है कि धातु और प्रत्यय के बीच में नु विकरण लगता है. धातु को गुण नहीं होता. नु को परस्मै पदे एक वचन में गुण होता है. So नु गुण होगा तो no. Ad gunaha, that's what we say, right? And u will become o. So nu will become no. So shaknoti. That's it. Okay, then we will see this sandhi tomorrow. Okay, because it's already 5:30. But this is I think this is the simplest sandhi in this book. Actually,
Yes.
it is definitely the most complicated name, but it's also the simplest. Saha will become sa, that is all. Before Vyanjana, that Visarga Lopa will happen. There is nothing in this sandhi. It's a good competition between this one and Akaha Savarne Dirgaha. But I think this one will win that competition. There's nothing. The Visarga gets Lopa. That is how. Saha karoti, sa karoti. Devaha gacchati, deva gacchati, deva gacchanti, devaha gachanti, deva gacchanti. There, Bo Bago Sutra will also work. So this is the kind of sutra where Bo Bago Agho Apurvase Yoshi and Etatadoho Sulopo Naikara Samase Hali. Nai Samase Hali. Etattado Sulopo Akora Nai Samase Hali. This is 6.132. This is again tomorrow. But this is very simple. एषः और सः के इस अर्थात विसर्ग का लोप हो जाता है. बाद में कोई व्यंजन हो तो अगर व्यंजन आ रहे हैं तो लोप हो जाए. बस एष करोति स लिखति स पठति. Okay. Tomorrow we will see the sandhi and examples.
Akarji, just give me a call when you're free.
Yes, teacher.
Just give me a call.
ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः. शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः. ओम